Buzz in the entertainment world.
Liz and Mike from 105.1 The Buzz joining us live right now. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Okay, some pretty big news here from Jada Pinkett Smith. Exclusive interview with the Today Show, I think, and she revealed that she and Will Smith have been separated since 2016.
For 7 years, for 7 long years. And it's very confusing. Apparently, she's got a memoir that's coming out on October 17th that she's promoting. It's called Worthy. And in it, she discusses her relationship with Will Smith. But she says they've never legally separated or legally divorced because they made a promise to each other. And so they will fulfill that promise. But they don't live together. They live completely separate lives. And that back in the day when she had her quote unquote entanglement, it didn't really matter because her and Will Smith weren't actually together at that point. And then she was asked about the Oscar slap because, you know, we saw Will Smith go up there, slap Chris Rock. You would think that would be an impassioned person, you know, who's in love with, you know, whatever. And she said she honestly thought the whole thing was a skit. And it wasn't until Will Smith turned around to walk back to his seat that she realized that it was a real moment.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
I guess, you know, the Oscars thing is, it's whatever. I mean, you could be, you know, still having feelings and very close and care about someone who is your ex, right? So I'm not surprised by him still getting up to defend her. I'm more surprised by the fact that Will Smith has put out a tell-all. You know, he's written memoirs. They've done red carpets together for years. Their personal life has been in the spotlight their entire relationship. How did this not come up for 7 years?
I mean, the rumors have been swirling for years that they either had an open relationship or there was something going on between the two of them. But I'm willing to say, if this is all true, they don't live together. They're just putting on a charade for all of us. That Will Smith's Oscar slap and the meme that we got out of the entanglement are two of his greatest acting performances of all time. Give that man an Oscar for those things.
Well,
I guess
he did get an Oscar that night still for the slap.
It's still, yeah, something about it just still feels kind of deceptive to me because they have talked about having kind of an open relationship or doing things differently. And I feel like there's always been this air of like, they're so modern and progressive and like, you know, able to work together on so many things. It just feels, I don't know, it feels a little deceptive.
Yeah, and they do those red table talks where they're always like, let me be honest, and I'm honest. Like their whole brand, or Jada Pinkett Smith's is on honesty, and they didn't bother to share that. And then the other thing, which I guess I'm not here to judge, whatever works for you in your relationship, if it's an open relationship, whatever. But like, if you're not living together, if you're not spending time together, completely separate lives, the point of even still being married? Like, is it because they're so filthy rich that their finances are so entangled that they can't pull those apart? Like, it just seems very bizarre to me.
It does.
I would agree. That was my first thought was all of it, Liz. I don't need to judge it. I don't care. I really don't. I mean, I don't care if Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are not together, but that was my first thought, which is logistically, why does it even make sense to keep the marriage tag on it? But it doesn't.
And having an open relationship and being still married but living separately and basically not having lives together anymore are two very different things.
Yeah.
So if you're going to put your relationship out there in the spotlight and use it as they have in the past as like teachable moments, I don't know. Be honest about it.
Well, all right, switch gears here. So, Aquaman 2. Apparently, there's been some drama on set and not stuff that is going to necessarily be in the movie. What is going on here?
Yeah, apparently there was a lot of drama between Amber Heard and Jason Momoa. And so the whole way this came to be, us knowing it, is pretty bizarre. There was a group of people together on Reddit that were able to, I guess, pay to try to get some court documents from the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, and it included some of this information. And allegedly, they say that Jason Momoa showed up on set, was drunk, dressed like Johnny Depp, and tried to get Amber Heard fired. Now, his people were reached out to for like a statement. They haven't said anything yet, but quote unquote sources are saying that's not true. He just dresses bohemian. He wasn't trying to look like Johnny Depp, and that he's a very hard worker who might have an occasional drink, but would never go to that extreme. And so from there, we also found out that Amber Heard is actually only going to be in the movie for 10 minutes, and that Elon Musk wrote a really angry letter to try to keep her in the film.
Whoa, the web. It's
Right. I've run
nuts.
out of red string trying to pin all these people on my wall together.
Yikes, yikes,
My
yikes.
goodness.
Literally.
That's so much all at once where you're just like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
All of this is going down and we're just now finding out about it.
I also,
Yeah,
I would love.
I don't even think the FBI could crack this case. There's so
Seriously.
much drama that it's still coming out about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial and now all of this stuff. And we're only getting 10 minutes of Aquaman 2 featuring Amber Heard out of it.
You know,
it's wild.
I never thought that this would be a soapbox that Jason Momoa would need to step up on, but I hope that he sets the record straight that Johnny Depp does not have a monopoly on men's fedoras and bracelets, okay? Anyone can wear that stuff.
This is valid.
That is definitely his style.
Oh, man. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, friends.
Bye. And you can listen to Liz and Mike every weekday morning on 105.1 The Buzz. All right.